Okay, you received the agenda in your board packet. If I have a motion to approve.
So moved.
Brad, do I have a second? Suzanne? And you also received the regular board meetings from the July meeting. If you've had time to review those, I'll take a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
And Kim the second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, moving along to Miss Sherry LePage.
Good afternoon. Every year, the school district will hold a public hearing as part of our statute and fixing our property tax rate. I'm here this afternoon to walk you through our tax rate calculation. As you know, the rate is reviewed on the last possible day of the month. So we set our tax rate and we will receive our final assessed valuation from the full county on the 15th, and then we receive the revised version on the 20th. So we're trying to keep all of the sales tax information. So we must calculate the three and important counties in our country tax rate no later than September 1st. So understand for the tax business counting for today is the day. So in your packet are the review forms. We received that from the state auditor's office to show our proposed operating and debt service levy for JCSchools for next year. Next slide. Form A shows our current assessed valuation is increasing. It went from 1.498 billion to 1.6 billion, an approximate $101 million increase, or 6.7% in assessed valuation overall. 45 million of that increase was due to new construction and improvements, as shown here on line 2. Next slide. So once the new construction and improvements is deducted, our overall assessed valuation growth for current properties in the county is 3.772%, as shown on line 9. So 2025 is the reassessment year. The first step is all property in the county will be evaluated at each time every year for changes in assessment value. In a reassessment year, it's common for assessed valuation to increase, but frequently haven't seen that in past reassessment years. So it's unusual for the year. By statute, municipal subdivisions are not allowed to receive a windfall from reassessment. Again, talking about increases in revenues when increased property values, the actual property value increasing, the consumer price index, which is here 2.9%, or 5%, whichever is less. So this year we're limited to the CPI. Next slide. In 1982, crops meeting and conditions sponsored by MSBA established a wonderful sales tax certification. One half of the proceeds was to be used to reduce the operating tax rate at districts. Jeff City School District is one of 26 school districts in the state that still doesn't pay property rollback. In years where sales tax revenue is high, the property rollback decreases our levy, and in years where sales taxes are growing, growth, the property rollback increases the tax levy. Next slide. This is the property rollback calculation. We use half of the district's prior year revenue. For Prop C funding in the calculation. The current calculation shows a rollback of 32.66 cents, which is less than last year's 35.77 cents. This seems reasonable as sales tax revenues have slowed. Next slide. So this is a historical summary of our Prop C rollback. We had an uptick in fiscal year 22 due to increase in sales tax revenues, and for several years we remained pretty stable as sales tax revenues were continuing to increase. And as you can see for fiscal year 25, sales tax revenue growth has slowed, which is why our rollback declined to the 32.66 cents. Next slide. JCSchools voter approved operating levy ceiling is 4.2142. So for the current year, because our assessed valuation increased
As expected, our ceiling declined to 4.1831. But because sales tax revenues are slowing, our Prop C rollback amount decreased. And once you subtract the lower Prop C rollback of 3266 from the lower calculated tax rate ceiling of 4.1831, the current operating levy will be set at 3.8565, which is actually the same operating levy as last year. So basically, the lower calculated ceiling is offset by the lower Prop C reduction, and they basically canceled each other out. So because we still have the Prop C rollback, our calculation and net results will look a little different than the other districts in Cole County because none of them have a Prop C rollback anymore. Next slide. Form C that we must complete of the state auditor forms in your packet calculates our debt service levy. The debt service levy establishes the amount of levy necessary to pay the district's bond payments for the next year. In 2017, with Proposition J, the voters approved a 65-cent increase in our debt service levy for a total debt service levy of 0.9028. The district has voluntarily held the levy at 0.9028 since that time as our promise to voters in 2017, and then again in 2023 when we went out for our bond issue, was that the bond issue would be a no tax rate increase bond issue. So the debt service calculation shows a rollback of 31 cents to leave it at 0.9028. Next slide. Okay, so our current total tax rate for this next year will be 4.7593, which is the same as last year. Because of the growth in reassessment and the growth in new construction, we will see an increase in total levy revenues for 26 of approximately $4 million. We had budgeted for a slight growth in revenues of about $500,000, so we will be looking at amending the budget to account for those additional revenues at a later board meeting. Next slide. This slide depicts our historical tax rate history. The total tax rate that needs to be voted and set by the board today is highlighted in red for 2025. The calculated operating levy is 3.8565. The calculated debt service levy is 0.9028 for a total levy of 4.7593. And then once this is approved, I will hand deliver the estimates of required local tax forms included in your handout to both Cole County and Callaway County, as they must be delivered today. So anyway, so are there any questions?
No questions?
Okay. All right. So basically, I would need a motion to approve the operating tax rate of 3.8565, the debt service tax rate of 0.9028, for a total overall tax rate of 4.7593.
So moved.
Lindsay and Ken. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, motion passes.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, now it's time for the open forum. If we have any guests that would like to provide any comments, now would be the time to do so. Okay, seeing none, reports. Mr. Brian McGraw.
Yes, we are almost into the month of September. Had a great start to the school year in August, so I have some slides that many of you are already well aware of. Recently, JC and CC made America's Best High Schools list, number 1 and 2 in the region. So we're honored to be notified of that for the 25-26 school year. And I think, based on the data that we're seeing, that we're going to be in the mix for several years to come. So that goes by AP scores, how many students are taking the test, passing the test, graduation rate, and state test scores. So we're thrilled that both schools are in the mix there. We had our Mentor Mentee Social. We had around 100 new teachers started. We had volleyball games last night at both schools, so football tonight, softball tonight, tennis is going on right now. So a lot of activities that kids are participating in. Soccer.
Lost, but it was overtime. Overtime.
Soccer. Boys soccer.
Any questions for Brian? Okay, moving along, you have a variety of consent agenda items in your packet for your consideration. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Brad and Ken, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Okay, we have the September and October future meeting dates listed here for you. The next board meeting is September 18th. Then we've got the Jeff City Homecoming Parade on September 11th, Cap City's Homecoming Parade on October 8th, your October board meeting October 9th, and then the Jeff City Schools Foundation Gala on October 16th. That will send us into closed meeting. Would anyone like to make a motion? Do you need this? I've got to read it. Thanks, Suzanne. Okay, we have a motion by Suzanne. Do we have a second? Ken made second. All those in favor? Oh, roll call. Thank you for being helpful. Stephanie, please call the roll.